Hey everybody, this is Nikki live again, and we are here tonight to discuss Power, season number 3, episode number 6, which was entitled The Right Decision. Now, before I even get into the recap, I just want to run off a few quick things that I had on my mind. The first thing is, whoever is comparing Empire to Power needs to reevaluate their life, because the writing on Power is way superior to the writing on Empire. Like, it doesn't even compare on the same type of level as far as the writing and the plot twist and the suspense that goes on in the show. Empire is not even on that level. The second thing is, if you are not a Tasha fan prior to this episode, bitch, reevaluate your whole entire life. She was the MVP of this entire episode tonight. Third, Tommy was the one person who spoke with the most sense tonight in regards to Ghost, because he just kept reading this nigga for filth. Kept reading this dude the whole entire episode. And everything he was saying was 100% correct. And the last thing I want to say about this right here is, I didn't feel bad for anybody except for two people this entire episode. And that was Tasha and Tommy. Everybody else, not so much. So I spoke my piece on that. Let me just go ahead and get to the video. Go and get to the recap. I apologize. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So the entire episode starts off with it being the night after Holly being killed by Tommy. And he is basically, tripping. He's emotionally unstable right now. He's so unstable to the point where he doesn't even want to go back to his house, which is understandable. So he's sleeping in his car. And he's sleeping in his car. Ghost walks up to the car window, taps on the window, and wakes him up. So he's like, no, we need to get up. We need to go into the house. We need to talk about how we're gonna kill Lobos. So as they're in the house, drinking their coffee, making their plans, getting their alibis together, putting everything into motion, you can see how emotionally detached Tommy is just by looking around his apartment and basically reminiscing about what happened the night before. Now, as this is going on, they're discussing what's going on, getting the alibis together. But on a side note, I died laughing. Laughed my ass off when Ghost told Tommy he was using Karen and Bassett as his alibi. And Tommy was like, so you got a side bitch on your side bitch? I couldn't. I was just like, Tommy, you got a side bitch on your side bitch. Okay, Tommy, I see you. But as as they're discussing their plans, Tasha comes to the house. Tasha comes to the house, and she's like, I've been calling Holly all this morning. I haven't gotten a response back from her. What's going on? But as she's walking in the house, she sees that Ghost is there, and she's looking real confused, like, oh, so y'all cool now? And Ghost is like, yeah, we worked some shit out the night before. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever, boy. Like, whatever. Tell that shit to somebody else. So Tommy immediately wants to tell her what's going on. And Ghost is looking like, no, I don't tell her anything. But Tommy is thinking ahead, because he's like, yeah, we need her to ride with us on this if this is going to even work. So they let her in on what's going on. And then it shifts back to them back at the house. But at the time they're discussing the plans at Tommy's house, we switch back to the federal building when they're having a meeting between Sax, Mike, the Sax Mike, Greg, and the black dude, and they're discussing the transport of Lobos, how they're gonna get him to or from, their building to the airplane to get to DC. So now you move back over to Tasha's house. So again, we have Tommy, Ghost, and Tasha at the house. And she's like, she's talking to Ghost on the side. She's like, what happened with Holly? Why is the Holly being his alibi versus the mama? Excuse me. And she's like, fuck, did she tell him about the baby and he just fucked it up? And Ghost's face looked like, what? Like, that was information he wasn't expecting to hear. But he plays it off, and he was like, he was very vague about it. I don't know exactly what went down. He didn't really tell me. Yada, yada, yada. So, Ghost leaves Tommy at the house with Tasha. And again, he's leaving her with the mess for her to clean up. So, next we see, I'm just going to fast forward past the sex scene with Ghost and Angela, because like I stated, I don't deal with them. I don't fuck with them. I don't like either one of them right now. I never did like Angela. I never will like her. But Ghost, this whole episode, like, you see him is just a bitch ass nigga. Like, the whole episode, like, his bitchiness just came out this whole episode to me. So we just fast forward that sex scene. But this is where Tasha comes into play. So Tasha and Ghost arrive at the hotel where Angela Bassett is. And it's a beautiful hotel. It's a beautiful establishment. He needs Tasha there to basically front like they are a happily married couple. To basically do his texting, because he knows she's going to call. Basically be his alibi. While placing him there at the hotel location while he's out doing this killing. So we see they go, so we see Tasha in the room chilling, listening to music, vibing out, enjoying the room, drinking some wine, having a good time. And we hear in the background it's a shower going on in the background. So then we hear a knock at the door, and it's Karen. The room service people, and she's just like, she's scared to shoot her but the bullshit, yeah, James is in the shower right now, we are enjoying the room, it's such a nice time to be away from the kids for a couple of hours to enjoy ourselves. So we're gonna find out the shower was just the front. He's not even in the hotel. So they basically had that shit planned the fuck out to a T. So then we go to the actual transport. Lobos and Greg and the dude who's riding with them, they're getting them inside the van. They're getting ready to make their way on the route. So in the other room, so inside the federal building, we see that the whole task force the whole task force who's on that case are in a room, and they're watching the actual transport go, and they're listening to what's going on via Greg's equipment, so they can hear what's going on. And so no one's peeping Mike, because he don't bust out with his burner phone. It's like they on the move. Send. So they're in the process of moving Lobos. And Lobos is just being his usual self, funny as fuck. Basically fucking with Greg, telling him to massage his calves and just fucking with him. So then we see Tommy throw out the little spikes in the ground, in the road. The van comes over, fucks up the tires, blows all the tires out, and then they just busted. Then the cars come out of nowhere, and they start shooting or whatever. So it's a panic inside the van with Greg and them. Greg's like, shots fired, shots fired. So they're not gonna play with them. Everybody was getting headshots, but the one motherfucker who needed to get a headshot got some damn chest shots. I was so done. So everybody else gets headshots but Greg. My nigga, who does that? I was not here for that. Like, everybody else who's in that transport got headshots, but the one nigga y'all did fucking kill. Move it on. Move it on. Hey, move it on. So the Lobos breakout is just, like I said, a full effect. They break Lobos, take off his tracker. Tommy and the other dude got him in the getaway car, and they riding. So Tommy makes a detour and tells the dude some bullshit like, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna pull over here because we need to go ahead and ditch the eye in the sky. So as they're, you know, chilling underneath the little bridge or whatever, and the guy, he's not feeling right. He's like, no, this is not part of the plan. I'm gonna call so and so. But before he can even make his phone call, he go Ghost. Ghost like, bow, bow. I'm sorry, just one shot. He was like, bow. And Lobo's dumb ass talking about something. Oh, this was not part of the plan. Lobos is a fucking gay gangster who was too fucking hilarious. Oh my god, he's like, this is not part of the plan. So, Ghost and Tommy transport him to another car. Now, let's go back to the hotel where Tasha is. Now, as this is all popping off, they're trying to figure out what's going on. Is Greg alive? They're trying to get people to the location where they are for backup, whatever. Everyone in the federal building in the task force is panicking. Whatever. And she's gonna send Ghost a text. And she started to send him a text saying something to the effect like, are you okay? There was a situation here. But she thought about it for a minute and deleted the text and just said, are you there and are you safe? So they start texting back and forth, and we're just thinking like, okay, well, they said no phones. How the fuck is these texts going back and forth between Ghost's phone and Angela's phone? So come find out, Tasha is texting this broad back, and it was just so funny. Like, oh my god, and she was texting so much. Tasha even had to say, like, bitch, do you even have a fucking job to do? Damn, do your fucking job. So Tasha's playing her part, playing her position. So after the texts are done with her for that very moment, she calls down to the concierge services and says, I want my husband's shoes to be shined, or what have you. And as she's getting the shoes out, she sees that it's a manila envelope with her name on it, attached on the envelope, addressed to her. And for some reason, it felt like he did that shit on purpose for her to intentionally find the letter for her. So she's opening it up and she realizes that it's a separation paper. So she's like, oh, really? She's like, fuck you, Ghost. Just basically fuck you. So moving on. We go back to the actual federal building again. It's a whole bunch of commotion going on. They're all like, well, there's no word on Greg. Yeah, we all hope that he's safe. You know, yeah. Even Angela is kind of acting empathetic to the fact of the matter that, you know, something he may be dead. And she even tells Sax, you know, I wish I could have told him that I was sorry. And in that very moment, in walks Greg. And I'm thinking to myself, when you do a fucking job like that, you need to make sure everybody is dead. Everybody. You don't leave nobody a fucking alive. So he's walking in the office, tore up for the floor up, looking like death itself, looking like a meth head trying to get clean, just looking crazy. So him and her have a little, Greg and Angela have a little staring match, cause she knows in his mind, oh, you're behind this, oh, your man's behind what just happened with me. So as he's coming in the office, he steady saying it's an inside job. It's an inside job. We have a leak inside. We have a leak inside. So let's move forward. Sorry about that. Tommy and Ghost have Lobos. They'll transport him to a different car. Now they're out in the woods somewhere. And they're marching him to his death. They're marching him to his death. And Lobo stayed talking shit because he's a straight G. He stayed talking shit. And as they're walking, he's talking shit. And this is what I say, a bitch nigga. This is when Ghost bitch nigga shit come in. He don't threaten just to fuck with Ghost. He tells him, "Oh, if I don't make it to my location, my destination, your pretty little girlfriend Angela is gonna get it." Why the fuck this nigga talk about sub? We had to call it off. And Tommy looking like, no, fuck you. We gonna do this nigga right here, and we gonna get it over with, and we gonna be done with this shit. We come too fucking far for this shit. And I'm just looking like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious right now? I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you didn't even do that shit. You didn't even act that way when your son was in danger, about to lose his fucking life. But now you want to have... I was just like, I can't. This nigga, like, I just can't. He jumped bad about the wrong shit. Like, he really do. So they finally get on one accord. They proceed to walk Lobos to his final destination. And at that time, it's a phone ringing. And Tommy's like, what the fuck? Did we say no phone? He's like, nigga, it's not me. It's this motherfucker right here. Check his act. Check Lobos again. So he finds the phone and he smashes the phone up. So he's like, we gotta abort. So then this time Tommy panics. He's like, we have to abort because if they can track this shit, you know, they might be sending a team right here. There's no point of us being here, and they're sending out a team for us right now, tracking this shit. So then Ghost jumps back, like, no, we're gonna do this nigga right here. It's gonna be, this is it. We here, just gonna get it over with. So in the midst of these two dumb nuts arguing, Lobo starts to fucking run off in the fucking forest. So keep in mind, when Lobos ran off, it was late, it was daytime. And when they caught up to this dude, it's fucking night. So you mean to tell me a man like James, aka Ghost, who is physically in shape and runs all the fucking time, couldn't catch him right quick? Okay, but that's neither here nor there. So they finally catch up with, Lobos ended up catching up with James first and trying to choke him out for dear life. But then Ghost ends up getting the best of him. And Tommy comes where they are after they catch him. And Tommy's like, don't shoot him right here. We need to take him back so we can, bury him. But Ghost is like, nah, I need to end this right now. And he puts 2 in his chest. And I'm thinking, was that really a good idea? I'm not sure or not, because I'm thinking maybe he had a bulletproof on. He may have could survive, or just what if. I think they should have maybe taken him back to bury him. So even if he was still alive or survived, he was going to suffocate to death. So for now, as we know it, Lobos is dead. So James goes back to the hotel, and Tasha's there, and she gives him back her phone, and she's like, "Yeah, I've been holding down my part, doing what you told me to do." She's like, "Yeah, this girl is fucking all into you. She's texting you all day, fucking nonstop, like she doesn't have a job." And he's looking at the text like, "Damn, this sounds just like me." And she basically tells him, "Yeah, I just remember some of the things how you used to talk to me before." So he's like, "Well, I need to just go ahead and call her because we typically don't go this long without speaking to each other during the day." Tasha gets her wine, sits down on the couch, and look at this nigga just shoot her this bullshit while she's right there. And after they got the phone, she gives that nigga what he needed, a round of applause. Because he put on a fucking show. And she just basically tells him, oh, this is how you tell somebody, this is what you say to somebody, a bunch of lies who you claim to love so much. And she tells, and he's like, this is all part of the plan, Tasha's all part of the plan. And she's like, you know what it's all about? It's always this, like this with you. It's always about this necessity where you can get out of somebody, just what you need. And so she tells him about their son trying to run off, whatever, and him getting smart with the grandmother. And he actually to me said that he just didn't give a fuck about his son, just basically trying to run away. And he basically said, you know, he's a child, he'll get over it, he just acted out, so forth and so forth. So then she comes to the point where she tells him, you know, in our prenup it states, if you want out of our marriage, I get half of everything. And he said, he's like, you know, that money's for the kids. You know, that money for kids. She's like, yeah, but what if that doesn't happen if you go to jail? And he's saying, he tells her, you're not going to tell Angela anything because you know why? You're here with me, which makes you an accomplice. And she looks at him like, this motherfucker. Like, like that look she gave him was like, I'm just totally done. That right there, I'm just done. So she gives him the paperwork and says, you know what? Don't worry about it. I've already signed it. Because I'm just so done with your black ass. And she gets in the bed. And you know this nigga had the audacity to think he about to get in the bed with her. And she's like, oh, no. Don't even try, my nigga. You go sleep your ass on the couch. Because you would never fuck with me like that again. And I was like, did you literally for real get mad because she kicked your ass out? Like, nigga, you just served me all kinds of separation papers. Where y'all do that at? Okay. So let's move on. So we finally figure out who the fuck Dean is. Ugh. Just when you think the shit can't get no better. So Ghost calls Dean to his office, and she's trying to tell him, you know, your services are no longer needed. I thank you, but I won't be needing you anymore. And Dean is just calm and cool. He's like, you know, when someone saves your life and the life of your son, people typically keep them around a little longer. So Ghost try to boss up on him, like, you know, I don't need you anymore. Just be gone. Trying to dismiss this dude. Why that nigga Dean was like, oh, so you must have killed Lobos. I was like, what? He even had to stop, pause, and turn around. And Ghost was like, what did you say? He was like, yeah, I know who you are. James St. Patrick, Jamie, James, adulterer, business owner, club owner, thief. And at this time, Ghost was looking like, nigga, who the fuck are you? So the goon who came in with Dean goes to Jamie safe. He's looking dumbfounded as fuck. Because he's like, okay, this nigga know my combination to my lock, to my safe, and my gun is? What the fuck is this nigga? Why he pull out the motherfucking card, the same tarot card that was left on his desk, and gave it to him and put it inside his motherfucking damn his suit jacket, the little shit, the scarf shit go at. So he's thinking, and he's like, and as he heard the accents, they're talking in their native language, and he heard the accents, he's like, Milan. And Milan's like, and Dean's like, you got it, bingo. He's like, you gonna sit your, he said, no, and he tells Ghost, go have a seat. Yo, Ghost was dumb fucking founded. He know what the fuck to do with himself on this shit. So Milan tells him, basically so many words, yeah, you could kill me, my nigga. You really could kill me. But just keep this right here in mind. I know about your family, your bitch on the side. I know how you move. So if anything happens to me, they gonna get it. And don't think just because I'm dead, my organization dies behind me, because it don't, my nigga. So you can go ahead and try to kill me if you want. But just know you ain't never gonna be safe again. And your family not either. What you're gonna do is gonna go back to work for me till you repay back that debt that you fucked up in season 2, by getting my shipment fucked up and my money fucked up. I was just like, I was looking at TV like, damn, that nigga is gangster. And Milan is the nigga that everybody is like, oh, this nigga is beyond fucking cray-cray. Like, don't nobody want to fuck with this nigga. Like, okay, and you get this nigga back his money. So now we move on to Ghost and Tommy. Ghost is running down everything that has happened. He's telling him, you know, that nigga Milan been working for me all this time. He knows all about me, knows about my family, knows about Angie. Yeah. And Tommy's looking like he's drinking his beer, listening to this shit, looking like, okay. And in this conversation, Tommy was reading the fuck out of Ghost in so many words. He was just like, you know, you should have been killed that bitch when I told you to kill that bitch. Everybody knows that she's your weakness. You ain't gotta worry about Tasha. She gonna ride this shit out because she's a G. She got your kids on lock. And he said something so fucking pertinent. He said, you can't even go home and tell Angela the Serbians are after her. Nigga, how you gonna wake up day in, day out, lying to her about you not being back in the game, knowing that you are? You're not gonna be able to do that. And Tommy was 100% right on everything he said to that motherfucker. Like, nigga, you got blindsided by this bitch, and everything really happened because of her. And you think about it. So now we come down to the very last scene. This punk pussy ass nigga goes to Angela's house. And this dumb bitch ain't reading no body signs, like no body language signs or nothing. Facial expressions or nothing. She get her dumb ass up. It's like, hey baby, how was your trip? Tell me about how we're gonna live our life together. How it's gonna be perfect. And it's gonna be sunshiny, rainy days, sunshine. Everything's gonna be lovely, hunky-dory every day. So he starts telling her some shit like, you know, this is not gonna work out between the two of us. Tariq tried to leave, tried to run out the house, tried to run away. I wasn't there. I need to focus on my kids. They're the most important thing to me. Yeah. But keep in mind, when Tasha told him that the boy tried to run away from Jump Street, this motherfucker acting like he did not give two shits about his son trying to run away from home. All this motherfucker could say was, oh, he'll be all right. Everything gonna be good. But you gonna use your son as an excuse to break up with this bitch? Okay, my nigga, you real bitch like. You real bitch like. So he breaking up with this bitch. And this hoe was just like, but you love me. I know you love me. And I love you. And we can make this work. Yeah. I'm just looking at the screen like. I'm just looking like. I can't with this bitch. And I can't with this nigga. Like, I just can't with either one of y'all. Like, for real. So he finally breaks up with the bitch. Supposedly. And she breaks down boo-hoo fucking crying. And did I fucking feel bad for that bitch? Hell fucking no, I didn't. Not at all. So he goes outside the door, try to leave, and this motherfucker starts crying. Did I feel sorry for this motherfucker? Hell fucking no. Fuck him too. Because that nigga ain't shit. Ain't shit at all. And so that's how this season, the episode ended. Like, my whole theory on this show now has been debunked. And I gotta go back and revisit everything I was thinking and get my whole life together for real. Because, like, I have no clue where they're going with this, but that shit was fucking good. Am I glad they're not together anymore? Yeah, but I thought it would be under different circumstances. Do I feel bad for Angela? No. Do I feel bad for Ghost? No. Not at all. Do I feel bad for Tommy? Yes. Bad for Tasha? Yes. And them kids? And another person I might feel bad for is Mike. I feel a little bad for Mike because he fucked up in the game as well. I just wish they would have killed Greg. Like, I don't understand, like, how the fuck everybody else get headshot but this one motherfucker right here. That's all fuck ups. Straight other fuck ups. You feel me? Fuck ups. And Ghost, this nigga is so I can't with him. Like, I can't. He's such a bitch nigga. Like, over pussy. Like, how a gangster is like a bitch made over some pussy. I can't. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Please tell me how you felt about this episode. Please let me know what you think is going to happen in the next, 4 episodes we got remaining of this season. Just let me know how you felt about the episode, because what direction you think is going to go in. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a great night.